Richie, shooting from ground blind, some tips here, a couple of tips. One, if you can be in the shadows in a shady area or on an elevated platform, that's a plus. Two, these come with stakes, like a tent, stake them down. If it gets windy, these things can blow over. Three, if you have any type of bands on them, which most of them do, get branches and blend it in with the surrounding environment. Help blend it in a little bit. And if you can leave it there overnight or a couple days, if you have property, that's even better because deer will get used to it. If they see something new sometimes, they might get a little spooked. But if you can leave it in, that's great. Practice shooting from it. That's really important. Really practice shooting from your blind. I can't stress enough. It's a little different. I mean, this one you can't stand in. Some of them you can, which is, to me, I think it's a plus. But it's all how you want to shoot for your blind. This one I have to be kneeling, and I got no problem with that. That's why I like being somewhat elevated if I can. Spray these down with scent control, okay? Because these do pick up odors just like anything else, so spray them down really, really good. And that's it. Practice from your ground blind, you know? It's a little different. You're shooting, you know, the good thing about it, you're kind of shooting on a level ground, which most of us practice from, so you're not elevated, but it is different. It is different. You really got to be careful with movement in the blind. You want to wear black inside. Like I said, black is very important. I mean, we all wear camo, but these are all black inside, and if you can wear black, that's a plus because the camo can, you know, offset the colors inside. So you got to be really careful when you're, because with ground blinds, a lot of your shots are going to be pretty close. Okay, sometimes it's hard to get a long distance shot from a blind. It really is. Because of just the terrain, you know, if it's uneven terrain, it's hard to get a good shot. But that's it, shooting from a ground blind. It's fun to hunt out of. These are really good if you're hunting on property where the guy don't want stands, and or if you're going somewhere new and you don't really want to put up stands. These are really easy to pop up. Also, sometimes if you do have stands and you see a spot that the deer constantly come out of and you're afraid to move your stand, throw this up instead, okay? If you can throw it up and leave it out for a little while, a couple days, that's even better so the deer get used to it. But that's it, shooting from a ground blind. I don't do it often. I haven't done it in a few years, to be honest with you. But every once in a while, these do come in handy. They're relatively cheap now. The newer ones are much better. This one's a few years old. It can be a little pain in the ass setting up, but that's it. This is the Primos Vision. What I like about it, you can shoot from all four sides. All four sides have a window, so you're not surprised. You have a good field of view. And these are good really if you're in really cold environments, you can put a little propane heater in there. Be careful, again. And you can be kind of warm and comfortable in here. Really can. So that's the bonus with a blind. But just stake them down, and that's it. So ground blind hunting. I'm going to do some shooting from here and do some practicing. I haven't shot from a blind in a long time, so I'm just going to do a few shots, get used to it again. Maybe this year I'll use it again. But ground blind hunting, it can be real plus. Some guys are afraid of heights. Simple as that. Some guys just don't want to, especially elderly guys. They can't climb, bad knees, bad back. This is ideal. This is really a good situation for them. You know, really solves a lot of problems. You know, I know some guys just, all they do is hunt from ground blinds. They don't go up in the tree no more. Had a bad experience, afraid of heights, or just, you know, getting old and don't want to do it no more. You can be very successful. You got to, in my opinion, you got to be a little bit more diligent with your movement, with your scent. But they will work. They will get the job done. So don't be afraid to try ground blind hunting. It's really a different. It's just a different way of hunting to me. It's something new, you know. You got your tree stand, you got this, and spot and stalk if you want. But ground blinds, they give you real benefit to a lot of guys. And that's it. Richie Bullets and Broadheads. Hope this helps. This is my Primos Vision ground blind. Like I said, there's so many companies that make them now. A lot of them they're like 6 foot tall, so where you can stand. So whatever suits your needs and your budget, there is a blind for you. So Richie Bullets and Broadheads, quick little video on ground blind hunting. I think it's a great thing. So that's it. Over
and
Bowhuntng Brother is going to do a little vlog video here of ground blinds for you, so you can really get a good idea what I'm talking about. Let's take a look at the ground blind. Okay. Alright, this is my Primos Vision ground blind. Pretty easy to set up. I want to say it's the easiest. A lot of them have what they call a hub design. This is the Primos Vision. What you want to look for in a good ground blind is, one, weight, of course. You don't want nothing too heavy. This one weighs about 12 pounds. They actually make some lighter now. They actually make some that you can stand up in, which is great. Good carrying case. Here's my bow right here. I've been practicing. That's a good carrying case with actual directions on how to set it up and how to take it up down. Like I said, this one's kind of old. I had this for about 7 years, 8 years, and I really don't use it a lot, to be honest, but you know, they do come in handy if you ever need one. And things you want to look for again is weight and how you can carry it in, ease of setup. What features does it have? This one has a lot of features, believe it or not. This one has a nice window. You can zip this up. This one has windows on all 4 sides, which I think is a bonus. Here's a window right here. One other thing, there's no zippers. These windows are held together by magnets, so it's real simple. Real simple. They also have this mesh right here, which is you can shoot through. I don't shoot through mesh, to be honest. I don't like it, but you can. So see these little mesh? They're on all the windows. Nice big zipper here to get in, close it up. You can do it from both sides. So we have windows on all 4 sides. Again, magnets to open and keep these windows open and closed. Let me get this one here. Okay. So you can really open that up and get a good field of view from any spot, any point. Let's go on the inside and give you over a couple more features. Hope you don't mind this video being a little shaky, but okay, we're inside the blind now. You can see it's nice and black. You have the zipper here. This is good for more light. Here's your windows. Again, these are all magnetized, all on the top, on the sides. So you can do this however you want. Also, they have these little ties right here. So you undo these ties and you can open up the windows a little bit easier and get more field of view. Okay, so you want to undo all these windows and you can spread out this mesh to keep you a little bit more secluded from the outside. From the outside, it's hard to see in with that mesh. So here's some more windows. We open up the windows. Okay, got little pockets in here, which is good. Nice. I think this one, let's see, has a spot where you can hang something for the top, or you can hang anything with the nice hook from the top. This is what they call the hub design I was talking about. You see that red? That's the centerpiece. Okay, and that's it, guys. This is my ground blind. Good field of view, what we're looking at. I will do a video maybe of shooting from here, and that's it. This is the Vision ground blind. There's a lot of ground blinds out there with a lot of features. What I think is the most important is weight and ease of putting up and taking down. This one's easy, but it's not the easiest. It's not bad, to be honest with you, and it's not that heavy, but there are better ones out there. You know, the designs have gotten a little better. But that's it. Richie Bullets and Broadheads. Richie Bullets, Broadheads. We're inside the ground blind. I have a knocked arrow. I always leave my hunting arrow, knocked when I'm hunting, in the tree stand or in a blind. You can hang this on a hanger if you want in a blind. They sell hangers for these for in here. But one thing with a blind, you can be very careful of space. Okay, you got to be really careful of space. Because sometimes if you draw too far forward, you're going to catch everything, okay? And I want my arrow actually to be somewhat inside the blind, not poking out. So you can have it poke it out a little bit, but I want to be fully inside the blind when I'm shooting. So I always try to be back from wherever I'm shooting from. And I do bring a seat in here to sit down and shoot. But when I try to shoot from a ground blind, I'm usually on one knee. I always like to shoot from one knee or both knees. I don't like shooting from the seated position. That's just my thing. If you can do it, great. But I'm gonna do a little shot here. Okay, I'm gonna draw back. I'm far back. We're at full draw. Gonna line up my sight picture. There's a heart shot, right in the heart. So remember, when you're shooting from a ground blind, it's a little different. You got to be careful catching that broadhead or whatever inside here. It can really create a lot of movement. Movement, what kills you in a ground blind, okay? And noise. Right? There's a lot of, you can make a lot of noises. You can bang into something because it's closed, and it can really blow your shot. But that's it, Richie. Bullets and broadheads, shooting from a ground blind. It's a different animal. Okay, practice it. I try to sit in the middle of the blind. I have all four corners of this blind where I can see. I also have my hot spots. What I mean by that is where I think the deer are going to come from, based on my setup. And I try to be as deep as the blind as possible. I keep usually all the windows open, spread out my mesh, and just slightly move my mesh to where I want to shoot. Okay, keeping movement to a minimal. And scent, big time in a ground blind. Scent everything, inside and outside the blinds, really important. But that's it, shooting from ground blind. I hope this helps you guys. It's a little tip, just practice. There are some ground blinds that are much bigger than this one, and it does help, you know, for movement wise and getting to a nice full draw. But make sure you get a blind specifically for bow hunting. Okay, if you're a bow hunter, you need that extra movement, you really do. If you're a gun hunter, you can be a little bit more in an enclosed area. But some of these will say, the blinds will say for bow hunting, you know, especially, because you need room in here. It's the bottom line. You do need room to draw, and I think the more room you have, the better for bow hunters. Gun hunters, you don't need that much room. Stick your gun out and pull the trigger. But for bow, you got to be full extension, okay? And you might have to move. You might have to, you know, if the deer's, you know, a slow walk, you might have to move a little bit. So you got to really plan out your shot, okay? So Richie, bullets and broadhead, shooting from a ground blind. Not that hard, just practice it, and try to pinpoint where you think the deer will come from. Again, they can surprise you. Deer do that all the time. But just make sure you have a good shot. Take care.